Hi Aquarius, welcome to your February 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you are a sun, moon, or rising Aquarius. And I have a bunch of new decks to share with you this month, and I'm super excited about it because I have the Twin Peaks deck. So if you're a weirdo like me, then you'll probably enjoy this deck. And what else is going on? Don't forget, if you want to work with me one-on-one, all of the links are in the description box below. Okay. And then I also want to let everyone know that I am going to be doing in-depth deck reviews. Those are going to be, I'm going to publish one of those a week. So if there's a specific deck that you want me to review, sooner rather than later, go ahead and drop a comment and let me know, like, hey, you know, that one deck with that one backing or that one pattern, just let me know and I can do those sooner. If you're interested in getting them or figuring out how to purchase them, I'm going to be offering that now. So those will be coming out. I hope you enjoy them. Now, let's see. Going to give you a truth bomb. Coming through. Okay. You're on the verge of a miracle. Ooh, I have goosebumps. That's a good one. Okay, so hold that in your space. You're on the verge of a miracle. Don't forget that. Don't let that slip. Make sure that you are paying attention to the coincidences, the serendipity that you happen to experience, especially this month. You're heading towards a miracle and it's coming your way. I'm in full agreement for that. And I also have an Angels of Abundance card for you, which is exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. So if you're looking for more money, you're welcome to pause it if you want to read that. If you're looking for more money, more, job opportunities, movement, get your energy moving, and that is going to support you in manifesting either physical, tangible money or a job, more resources, whatever abundance you're in need of during this time. It is going to, it's going to magnify with movement, if that makes sense. Okay. So how this spread works, I'm just kind of doing something different, so I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to do, like, what's your theme this month? Your internal experience and then the external environment. So more of the circumstantial is going to come up here. Then I'll do a few extra card pulls at the end. Okay, so your theme, Page of Earth. This is initiating a project, initiating some type of like tangible, physical, I'm making this happen. I'm starting a business. I am working on this art project. I am, planning this event, planning this vacation. Think about things that manifest in the physical, and that is what you're bringing to life. Okay, so that's the theme of your month is kind of going to revolve around creation and beginning to, manifest the things that you're looking for in terms of the physical. Okay, so first we have Queen of Cups. So this is you being a little bit more emotional. This Queen of Cups is a little moody. Okay, so this is more of like, this is highlighting what I would call like the dark side of the Queen of Cups, which is the emotional moodiness. And so it's just something, when you experience that, just have some compassion, because it's usually when you have an emotion that is negative, like anger or sadness, frustration, it's usually highlighting something else that you need to pay attention to. And so your body's saying, hey, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And so it's most of the time something that you can address. It's just about listening when you're having the experience. So don't be too hard on yourself. Make sure that you're being gentle and compassionate. Okay, we also have the 8 of Wands. This is really nice to see because it's about you have a lot of steam, you have a lot of forward movement. There's things that are coming into your space really quickly that are going to help you level up. It's just a matter of you, you know, having the compassion. The faster you can kind of sift through any, I don't want to say negativity, but the sooner you can process your emotions and just tap into, what is that really indicating for me? What needs to be addressed since I'm experiencing this? How can I have compassion for myself? You're going to move forward faster. You're going to experience healing. You're going to experience abundance faster as you kind of pay attention to what's going on to you internally. We also have the 9 of Rods. So this is just you kind of, it's that energy of I'm making this happen, and if you get in my way, you're getting crushed underfoot. That's not a bad thing. It's just, it's very, very intense. So with the 9 of Rods, it's about this forward movement, and it's because of this page of Earth here in the center, manifesting something in the physical, and you have a lot of motivation to make that happen and have those instant results. It's that fixation. As Aquarians, you have a lot of fixed energy, like that borderline obsessive. So because of that I do not view that as a weakness. It can be a weakness, but it can also be a really huge asset. So make sure that you're using that for your creations. Harness that energy, harness that obsession. You can do it. If you're funneling it into the right area, it becomes productive. If it goes haywire and you aren't able to kind of get a grip on your fixations, then it becomes problematic. So it's just about how you use it. What else do we have coming up? We have the Star. So this is you aligning with your destiny. Not that I don't actually believe that anyone's ever out of alignment with their destiny, but it's kind of like sometimes you take a pit stop and you're not moving forward, but it looks like you're back on track. Like you've had something that's inspired you, and so you're like, yes, I want to make this happen. I want to do this. I want to create this. And so that inspiration is feeding your motivation and your ability to really sink into this, star experience. Now, the environment that you're in, so this is the circumstances, what you have going on around you. We have the 8 of Cups, okay? So you're going to have to change your perspective. There's a situation happening around you where you're going to have to look at things differently, whether it be something that you're doing voluntarily or something that's kind of pushing you into that, whether you like it or not. There's a lot of energy here about you shifting the way you look at things. Like the world is going to look a different color, so to speak. It's just about, so something's pushing you there. I'm not going to be able to give you the full context because it's going to be different for everybody, but there's something that just pushes you to, I'm reading this is going to happen fast. This is like a light switch, like overnight, boom, something happens that's able to kind of wake you up and see things for what they really are, especially because you have the Star right here. I'm going to clarify the 8 of Cups really quick. Father of Winter. Okay, Father of Swords. So this is about yourself, right? This is of the self. And because of that, you're able to really, hold on, it's gonna sound like gobbledygook. Give me a second. This is owning your qualities as a person, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have the Sun right there. That's your ego. That's the self. And so because of that, it's your your perspective on who you are and what you do in this world is going to change. You're going to experience a shift. We have the we still have eclipse season running until mid-February, and that's in Leo, so it's going to be hitting some of you pretty hard, especially this past 6 months, the eclipse season. And so this is like that revelation, that awakening. Even though the eclipse is actually in at the end of January, it's still, the energy is going to be pushed out for another 2 weeks. So I would guess that this takes place around that first 2 weeks of February. You're going to see a huge turnaround in your self-image, your self-perspective, the way you talk to yourself and the way you look at the external world. So it's funny because this is reading as circumstantial, but the effect that it has is internal. Okay, we also have the Director. Okay, so this is, you're taking charge of something. There's something going on that kind of requires you to give it a lot of energy. I'm going to see what exactly this is. Three of Springs, so Three of Wands. This is like, again, you making things happen, you having the necessary energy in order to draw up all your manifestations. They're coming to life. And so this is showing just how much power you have. I think that there might be something here where you feel a little bit out of control, like, oh, well, that's just, like I'm kind of at the mercy of whatever's pulling the strings. If you feel that at all, please take this as a sign that you do have a lot more control than you realize of yourself, of your perception, of the world that you create. And so the circumstances are going to probably put you into a position of power to a certain extent. And so again, that's not something that I see as being a negative, it's just intense. And so as you step into that power within yourself, it's going to open up a whole bunch of other things as well. And you're going to see a lot more opportunities with that. We also have the Four of Cups. Okay, so it looks like there might be some people coming to you saying, hey, we should do this, like making you an offer, and it's just really not your thing. It's not in alignment with you. So don't be afraid to say no. If something doesn't feel right, say no. That's totally okay. So it's about an offer being turned down. That's going to show up for you at some point in February. And if it's not in alignment with what you really want and what you're looking to cultivate throughout the entirety of 2018, just say no. That's totally acceptable. That's totally okay. So take this as permission to advocate for yourself and say no. Then we also have the Moon. So there's a little bit of confusion. So you're going to have some like Neptune-y energy, like, oh, I don't know, we're all one, but we still have earth bodies, so that doesn't make any sense. So there's this weird like collective expansion and contraction that you're going to be dealing with. And the Moon is like really elusive. It has that confusion, misunderstandings, not having absolute certainty of yourself and of the situations that present themselves. So at that point, turn to your intuition, turn to your body, and after the emotional response is gone, once you peel back the emotional layer, that is where you find your intuition. So the key is neutrality. And if you're not feeling neutral about a situation, I highly recommend turning to a practitioner, a friend who is able to see things a little bit more clearly than you are. So it looks like this is going to manifest differently for every single one of you as far as what you're feeling it about, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to do this card pull. Keep in mind, this is if you're coupled, and this is if you're single, or if you're looking. Okay. So if you're coupled, we have the Four of Wands. This is like nesting, building a home together, kind of like sinking into that comfort and nurturing energy. So it's all about, you know, like taking it easy, spending some time like resting. I'm getting this as resting for you. Okay, so it just looks like you're enjoying yourself, you know, like cooking meals together and enjoying spending time domestically is going to be really nurturing for you. Okay, if you're single or looking, we have Justice. So this is you getting clarity on the things that you want and really sticking to your guns when it comes to that. So make sure you're not ignoring those desires that you have and that you're asking for those clearly and concisely. Okay, so now I'm going to do the timeline for everybody. This is first quarter, second, third, and fourth quarter, and this has more to do with your growth period than anything else. So for the first quarter, we have create, write, draw, paint, sing, dance, create something physical. That's the basis of this entire reading, is creation, bringing it into the physical. Having something to work on is going to be a healthy way to put your masculine energy into projects. I forgot to mention this. The Three of Spring, we have Mars sitting here. That's masculine. That's the divine masculinity, and it's sitting on top of, this is power. The Director is just power. So make sure that you are harnessing that masculine energy that you have for productive purposes. Then we have second quarter, spontaneous. So this is heading off on an adventure. For those of you who have birthdays this month, it might be, you know, cool to like go on a little getaway or go on a spontaneous adventure just for yourself or with a friend or your partner. And there's going to be healing in that. So don't shy away from saying yes to something that sounds really fun and exciting. Within reason. That doesn't mean like spontaneous as in, hey, do you want to go move across the country next week? And you say yes. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, pay attention to thinking, give it some thought, but don't shy away from like taking smaller risks, like small, in the small sense of spontaneity. I'm not going to encourage you to uproot your entire life if that comes up. Okay, quarter three, we have mystical. So this is you really owning your magic, owning your ability to create. Again, we have like manifestation, and then the power that goes into that. So you're actually meeting manifestation with the physical. This is a really cool reading because it's showing me that you have a lot of power, and that's like your motor is going full blast in February. So Aquarius season is treating you super, super well. Okay, card number, or quarter four, we have blissful. See, so this is like a sense of achievement, a sense of calm, and sinking into like pleasure and enjoyment. Like this is, it looks like by the end of the month, you're actually, or more in Pisces season. It looks like you are going to have an easier time like being calm. It looks really intense in the beginning, and then towards the end of the month you're sitting in just pure bliss. Okay, so that's enjoyment, having time to connect with people. Maybe some spiritual practices too, if you haven't been as good about meditating or practicing yoga, whatever you do to connect, going to church, whatever your thing is, it's going to be a good time to start that back up again. Okay, go ahead, pick a card or pick one after. You guys know that these readings are for you, so I don't care how you use the information. Just do what you like. Okay, card number one. Queen of Acorns, passion and creativity. Man, it is like if you do art in any way, shape, or form, this is your month. Any type of creative expression or anything you're trying to cultivate and bring into reality, this is your month. Like February is solid. Okay, so then we have Two of Acorns, insight, focus. This is decision making. With the Two of Acorns, it's kind of like you're creating a plan. So you're drawing up, you're mapping up, or mapping out everything that you want to have happen. So this is you taking more of a strategic approach this month. So this is like, if you picked this card, it's about sinking into your creative flow, your creative self. And then this is more of the strategic, let me make things happen. This is more masculinity. This is more femininity. Okay, then we have for card number 3, love. So this is the Lovers. So choices, trusting each other. This is a good omen if you're trying to manifest a partner. And again, you're on the verge of a miracle. So I'm pulling for you if you're interested in meeting a potential partner this month. I'm sure you can manifest people at any point in time. So this is just about really sinking into that vibration and owning it for yourself. Okay? So I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. Don't forget, because I know that a lot of you have birthdays in January and February. If you're not already signed up for my newsletter, go ahead and sign up for that, because your solar year reading, which is different from 2018 readings, your solar year reading will get sent to your inbox at the end of your birthday month. So don't forget to take advantage of that. Go sign up for my newsletter. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you have a single question or you want to get a full reading from me or intuitive counseling session, all of the links are in the description box, okay? Have a wonderful February. Happy birthday to those of you who have birthdays coming up. And until next time, I absolutely appreciate you. Have a good one.